YouTube? This is Angie and I'm back with another video. I said I'm back with another video. My voice almost cracked right there, but it didn't. Oh, baby, you don't see me dancing. In my head, I'm doing some stuff. It's just something we got between us. Yeah, it's silly. The most shocking videos I have seen. This is by Chill's Clips. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and make sure you give me a thumbs up to show YouTube I'm worth watching. Please, let's grow this channel. I got to do my part. I know. I got to be here more. I know I do. And I'm going to. All right? Just deal with me. Bear with me here. All right? Just give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Again, this is the most shocking videos I've seen. This is by Chill's Clips. He's seen a lot of videos, so these better shock me. I better be shocked. I mean, my hair better be on, stand on end, shocked.
This amateur footage catches a Disney worker dressed as Pluto chasing a small child in circles. The ordeal looks rather comical at first until you hear the small child clearly screaming for his life and realize that this is no joke. Just as Pluto is about to grab the child, a nearby adult swings him around by the arm and tells him off. The whole park is watching at this point, so Pluto immediately goes back into character and tries to act like nothing serious happened. He walks away with his hands up as surprised parents continue to film him. I'm not really sure what caused the Disney worker to go off like this.
That kid probably kicked him in the balls or something.
Possibly kicked him. According to the uploader, Pluto was escorted away by a park employee, possibly security, shortly after. This rare Russian creature is being called everything from a mole to a troll. The phone quality is too poor to make out much more than a tiny humanoid hand and a small face. Whatever this is, it doesn't behave much like a mole, which I doubt would stay above ground with two humans so close. Anyway, try to translate this conversation if you can, and let me know if they ever say what kind of creature this is.
Quantos saíram? Só Aí pra trás tem mais quantos? Cela 4 e a ala.
That looks like a monkey in a hole.
At the 15-second mark, you can see its hand more clearly, and it does look like it could have a well-developed thumb, which would exclude it from belonging to most species. With that said, I think it could perhaps be a baby possum, which do have opposable thumbs and sometimes like to burrow underground.
I see a monkey.
I could be wrong though, and even after almost 100,000 views, nobody seems to have come up with a concrete answer. What happens when a djinn is out to get you?
Oh, here we go.
YouTuber Hassan Barbar knows a thing or two about that. The djinn is on his tail in this video. He first hears it banging around in the next room.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق بسم الله.
Where is it hiding? It seems so close and yet it's nowhere in sight. Still, it's right behind him at every turn.
طب وينك؟
Sorry.
Soon the jinn's energy grows unstable.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
And it's nearer than he thinks. Watch the door to his left.
طب في حد؟ طب إذا أنت وين اظهر لي؟ يعني أعطيني أي إشارة.
One of Hassan's hands is holding his camera, the other is at his side, so it's without question that the door was nudged by the jinn.
How do you know it's at his side and he didn't nudge the door?
Back at the rocking chair, the jinn is heard moaning again.
كيف عرف إنه أنا بدي ألمس الدب؟ كيف عرف إنه أنا بدي ألمسه؟ طب وينك؟
Oh, and it talks to you.
What is he saying? What does he want? I think this game of hide and seek is not a game at all. The jinn is after Hassan's soul. A paranormal investigator known only as Survivor is on his way to go exploring an abandoned haunted cottage. On the outskirts of town, 1 o'clock in the morning is when he sees, in his words, a strange grandmother on an abandoned road. There is no reason for anybody to be walking miles from town so late at night, let alone a senior, so
if
he
he's
pulls
driving by
over to
himself
see
and
if
has a
she
mask
needs
on, I
any
swear.
help. To his surprise, the woman who was just there moments ago has mysteriously disappeared. He has a really bad feeling, so he pulls over at the side of the road. What he finds next has him wondering if this was a real ghost sighting caught on video. He finds nothing but an old tattered cloth where the woman was last sighted. It looks like it could just be a piece of roadside trash like a tarp or something. Take another look. Was this item really what her ghost was wearing? Dozens of fish are pouring out of this ice fishing hole,
Damn.
and no one has been able to figure out why. Listen to this part and try to translate what these two men are saying if you can. I think it might be Russian.
Вот так выбирает через. Выбирается. Дырку надо сделать, нахуй. Надо плавить, пока он...
Because the water rose.
Ну да, покажи, вот есть.
At first, I thought maybe they had used underwater blasts to stun the fish, but you can clearly see that the fish are still moving on their own and appear to be jumping through the hole through their own free will. I have no idea what could cause all these fish to rush to their doom, and from the sound of their nervous
water
chatter, neither do these
The rose
fishing
higher than the hole.
experts. Maybe the fish are trying to escape a huge predator beneath the surface, or perhaps it is some kind of natural phenomenon beyond explanation. A man named Donald Jester uploaded this ghost video from 2003. Nothing is by this table, and then for an instant there appears to be what Donald refers to as a ghost girl. I don't necessarily agree that there is enough detail to tell if this was a ghost or not, let alone
And
if
how do
it
you know
was
it's
a
a girl?
girl, but there is something there. Since this video was taken in December and the front door is open, I guess it
'cause
could
it
be
kinda
cold
looked like
enough to be
Chi-Chi.
someone's breath or something else from outside. These guys were wandering through the forest when they encountered
guys
someone
are
who
fake.
at first appeared lost, but after a moment they realized something was very
Because they always
wrong.
get videos like this. Always.
Hello, mate.
They're rescuing a girl out of a chest.
After this
out of a
strange
refrigerator.
encounter, the
They're
boys
such
follow
liars.
the crazy man's rubbish to its hiding place.
They would be on the news as heroes.
Be cautious, Luke. The roof looks like it's about to collapse. Georgie, that's not rubbish, bro.
Figure, ain't it? Hello?
When they realize it's a person, and a living person at that, they start to unravel the bag and the mystery.
Fag. He's alive, bro. He's alive. He's alive.
Where's he gone?
Is he gone?
Did he take you?
What was this Axeman going to do with this boy?
What's that? There was something.
Okay.
There was something. What is that? He's back, bro. He's back.
After this most recent encounter, we could probably guess. So there's this really weird video of some strange lights in the sky that needs a closer analysis.
Why? We all know that there's aliens.
Then they just disappear. Look, here comes more.
Do you have an amazing business idea,
This is awesome.
but no idea?
Basically, this guy has caught mysterious things on camera floating over where he lives in Metairie, Louisiana. His confused reaction soon spreads to other houses as more people react
I don't know why
to the
anybody
unusual
acts like
lights
they're-
above.
Like, this is something new. We've been hearing about aliens since forever. Now, will I
There's
fully
like 30 of them.
understand
Keep
and
coming out of nowhere.
wrap my head around it until I see one?
Yeah.
No.
This is the real deal.
So let's get this straight. He sees almost 30 odd lights, and another neighbor verifies that they've seen them for days on end, seemingly from nowhere. What they've caught on camera cannot be explained by them, so they turn to the YouTube community for help. I think I can help solve the mystery on this one.
Those aren't Japanese lanterns, are they?
Are they?
No, because they're all going the same. It's like a little paper balloon, and you put the wick in it, and it lifts it up, and then
Maybe it is.
He means a Chinese lantern. I looked it up, and the Lantern Festival is celebrated on the same day this video was made, so hopefully this settles other videos of mysterious lights in the sky caught on this specific day once and for all. There's nothing creepier than when your food moves on its own. Posted to TikTok by Jake M. Tapat, a woman is seen placing several small bowls out on a table for dinner. She notices one of the bowls twisting and sliding around on its own. She picks it up and wipes the bottom, thinking it might be that the bowl is wet. Placing it back, it still seems to twist for a moment. Is this just moisture at play? Or do we have a hungry ghost on our hands? When you want to get away from it all and get back to nature, camping is an ideal way to self-isolate, but sometimes you're not alone. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Willie Comics 64, the Redditor writes, I found this guy near my campsite, and I don't know who he is or where he came from. The clip shows a man lurking in the trees near Willie's campsite. He appears and then just as quickly vanishes. Well, some in the comments don't find this all that odd, as hiking is part of camping. Others think it's just a little weird that the stranger didn't introduce himself and just seemed to disappear in an instant. Willie explains in the comments that the situation freaked him out because no one was renting the site next to him, and he didn't see this man at any other campsite or on the trail that loops around the campground. Redditor Laura Malia 649 writes, and this is why I fear people when I camp more than the wildlife around me. Others think that the man acted very suspiciously and hoped that the Redditor has something to protect himself with. Redditor Faker Hoach 10,000 suggests that perhaps the man was growing deep in the woods and just came out to look after his plants. Willie can only hope that these assessments are right, because if this man is anything other than a hiker, a camper, or a grower, then who knows what his intentions are. According to YouTuber Gankwapi, this abandoned house has a horrific history.
You just want to be with mommy, huh?
It's near the end of their investigation that they encounter this spirit.
What spirit?
If you look a little closer, you can see a figure lurking in the darkness. Look to the right. Is that the old man's spirit, stranded to haunt this evil house for eternity? I suspect it just might be, although I could also see it being the Life Taker's demon, jailed forever in this purgatory on Earth. Do you have the common care to tame a snake? This shocking footage will make you question your own bravery.
That thing is huge.
The video shows a man grabbing a thick snake with his bare hands.
That guy will bite your face off. Oh.
The snake looks around 10 feet long and arches toward the man when he pulls back. As the snake appears to be aggressive, the man holds up one arm. He is apparently trying to grab a hold of the snake close to its head, which he manages to do upon his second attempt. He takes the snake with both hands in a tight grip as it opens its mouth wide, baring its fangs. Then, as if with no care in the world, the man walks the snake over to some other workers, who pick up its tail and are taking photos with the beast. The footage ends there, but judging by this man's professionalism, I think we can safely guess the snake was properly removed to a more secure location. There's nothing more disturbing than the sound of an unexpected and unknown siren. What could possibly be impending? A tornado tearing through the town? What are we being warned about? Posted by Epic Memer Boy 0123 to the Chills Narrator subreddit, the uploader writes that he started to hear sirens randomly midday. In the clip, the sirens sound quite high-pitched, almost like a car horn beeping long and
Everyone's testing
restlessly.
their emergency broadcast system.
Several in the comments suggest it's a test siren of some kind, either for tornado warnings or other emergencies. The Redditor clarifies that it lasted for around 10 to 15 minutes. Superman Connor writes, that definitely sounds too long to be a tornado siren then. When the Redditor mentions that a friend said it was an air raid siren, Superman responds those only last about 30 seconds. It seems the Redditor isn't the only one suffering from unknown siren syndrome. The Wastelander 96 writes, something similar happened near here a couple nights ago when the sirens just went off for like 10 to 15 minutes and then just stopped. Perhaps it is an emergency siren that they are testing, but for a different kind of emergency. Wonder what that could be. A Reddit user named Ponzi Flauns hears something outside of his home that leaves him too afraid to move. Listen to this part and tell me if you hear a creepy woman's voice carrying a twisted tune.
What do you think it's a siren?
The haunting melody repeats over and over again, growing louder each time. There's no way that this is an animal. One person commented that this sounds like it could be an opera, and I can't say that they're wrong. Listen again.
Something like that. What they're supposed to sound like, that's what it sounds like.
Like, what is that?
Then you hear what sounds to me like a cry for help. And the singing never returns. If I lived in that house, I would be immediately locking all the doors and windows. Esmeralda Vega is recording her family opening presents on Christmas, but one toy in particular keeps interrupting what should have been a happy family moment.
That shit moved again. I'm throwing it across the...
Maybe someone is controlling this toy from another room, or maybe it's motion activated, but based on their surprised reactions, I don't think anyone is moving this toy on purpose. If anything, the toy seems to move on its own as soon as the camera person mentions it, almost like it has a mind of its own. If anybody recognizes this toy, please let me know what it's called and if it's remote controlled or not. Maybe together we can verify if this video is real or not. For months now, a YouTuber named Bogue731 has been receiving unwanted attention from a man who rides the same train as him every day. According to Bogue731, this person would repeatedly attempt to touch and otherwise harass him while riding on the train. He has tried to tell him to stop in the past.
I don't want to be friends. There's nothing you can do to convince me. But why? Because you make me uncomfortable.
But this man will not take the hint. One day, Bogue731 turns around, drops the politeness, and makes himself abundantly clear.
Stop following me. Sit down and stop following me.
Eventually, a superintendent has to step in and take charge of the situation before it gets any worse.
Can you get him to stop following me, please? Okay, somebody to get off train and somebody down. Why are you following him?
She separates the two of them and leads Bogue to a different train cart so he can finish what's left of his ride in peace. Bogue is only there for a few seconds when he looks over and sees none other than his not-so-secret admirer staring him right in the face. Apparently, nothing he can say or do is going to convince this man to leave him alone anytime soon. Most of the passengers have on headsets and are watching a mid-flight movie, but one of them sees a reoccurring image and takes out their phone. This brief clip is the final instance of what they saw. Floating up from one of the seats is a formless mist that briefly swirls into the shape of a twisted face and disappears. All airlines are smoke-free nowadays, but I suppose that could be another possibility. Some poltergeist.
Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Tell me what you thought about the video down in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and please give me a thumbs up to show YouTube I am worth watching. If you woke up today, you're already winning.